right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High and the proper names in the Paleo-Hebrew tongue. I want to say, Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Ma'amath. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the word eagerly and willingly called God of Jehovah. Ba'ashem meaning in the name of Yahweh Shai, meaning he who delivers, who the word eagerly and willingly called JC today. I want to give a double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well, and another double honor to my elder as well, Ahar One, Binyasha Allah, of the Lions Den Camp, here in Jacksonville, Florida. Salutations to the 144,000 hopeful elect, pushing this truth across the four winds, and to the one-third remnant believers on your help about Shemel Shah, Shalom, Shalom. It's going to be a quick lesson, basically about a dream that I had this morning, basically how the Lord delivered me from AI, in a dream. And, this is not going to be a dream about spiritual power or nothing like that, or a lesson about spiritual power, but basically about, how the Lord delivers us in times of trouble. But basically last night, I was thinking thoughts. As I'm thinking thoughts, I'm thinking thoughts, and basically I feel like, those thoughts that I was thinking fueled this dream, because right now on this side, it always seems as if we constantly taking L's, but at the end of the day, we're gonna get the W in the end. We're gonna get the win in the end. But the dream started off how, I woke up and I just, a few hours ago, and I just started, preparing a lesson on it and writing down notes, key points, so I couldn't forget the dream. But the dream wasn't. I'm not gonna go too deep in it, every detail. But basically, just the key points, and basically it started out, all hell broke loose, typical, people going around they in that purge spirit, Salakia, I try to be in the spirit of the apostles, but people going around in that purge spirit, man, and as people go around in that purge spirit, I remember, people walking around with a smile on their face, happy to be able to fulfill their heart's desire and to be able to purge and do whatever they want to do. But, I was separated from my family. The fuck? Salakia. I was separated from my family in a dream. And as I'm separated from them, the first thing you want to do is, be around your family and make sure that they're safe, as a man. And, I was only with half of my family. The other half was separated. So I'm watching buildings be, overran and destroyed. In the midst of all that, I'm just running and focus on the goal, make sure my family together so we can, be safe, but ultimately, when it's all said and done with, I was walking, as I'm walking and looking for my family, I see like a whole bunch of 16, it wasn't 1611 King James Bible, but it was Bibles and notepads, so I was able to pick up, a sword and some notepads, and to take them with me, because I wasn't able to get mine. I didn't have mine with me out the house, so I was able to pick up a Bible off the ground and a notepad and going about my day. And as I'm walking, I'm not too much looking for what my family is no more. I'm just, trusting the Lord. And that's when a friend, work with me or whatever the case may be, he came up to me, because I was walking past like a warehouse environment. And he said, yeah, I was paid to work here. I was paid to work with you and paid to befriend you, your family here. They want you. They seen all your lessons. They seen everything that you was doing. They want you. So if you want to see your family alive, basically go here and come here. So, I'm fired up in the dream. You know how Jake get, what the case may be. I'm fired up in the dream. I'm like, it is what it is, nigga. I'm finna walk right in that bitch. I had the spirit of that movie 10,000 BC. That's one of my favorite movies. 10,000 BC was a good movie. I didn't understand it when I was a child, but basically, 10,000 BC was a good movie. I encourage every brother to go back and rewatch that movie. That's a good movie. And basically about the northern tribe and the southern tribe coming together in that movie, and they was walking down to Egypt. I don't know, man. Maintenance out there doing something. So like it. But yeah, they in the movie of 10,000 BC, maintenance out there down. Like it. In the movie 10,000 BC, the northern tribe and the southern tribe, coming together and walking down to Egypt to do something. You just gotta rewatch it. But that's the spirit that I was in. The character in that movie, Tale. For my family. And basically, when I got there, it was a Jake agent. He was basically like, yeah, man, we seen all your lessons. Yeah, I even seen how you rebuked your sister on that day on Christmas. We was listening to the whole conversation. You know what I'm saying? I seen it all. You see what I'm saying? So this is what we're gonna give you an ultimatum. Do this and that. They was giving me, do this and that, or we gonna do this and that. You know what I'm saying? But when I got there, it was a party. It was like a party of, niggas in purge outfits, face masks, all type of shit, some old crazy ass, freaky ass shit. You see what I'm saying? So I'm standing up, and I'm waiting, like, you know what I'm saying, for them to do what they say they're gonna do. So it got to a point to where I got real heated and fired up. I said, man, what the fuck the wait about? That's the words that came out of my mouth, I remember. And excuse my language. I said, man, what the fuck the wait about? You know what I'm saying? Because they wasn't, bringing my people. You see what I'm saying? And they said, basically, they wanted me to get in a death match with AI. I'm thinking that I'm finna just go in there and have to fight a few people and I would deliver my people, or the case may be. I got that nigga said, bring out prototype C. I said, what the fuck? This nigga said, bring out prototype C or some shit like that. Prototype C or prototype 1. And when I looked down, I didn't have my boots on. When he said, bring out prototype C, I was like, damn, I ain't got no shoes on. So I hurry up and try to put my boots on. You see what I'm saying? Like, put my shoes on. Because I felt like it symbolized I didn't have on the full armor because I was kind of scared. I was showing fear. So I felt like, I didn't have on a full armor, or what the case may be. But mind you, as I'm there, it's everybody that I worked with that was paid to work with me. Like you watch the movie Get Out, he walking around all these people thinking that he just meeting new people, but they really there to auction his ass off. But, everybody that I worked with was basically in a party. Like, yeah, we finally got him. He was talking all that shit, dropping all those lessons, saying, doing the street preaching, talking about he gonna do this and that to us. You know what I'm saying? Or not me saying what I was gonna do to them, but basically saying what the Lord was gonna do to them. He was talking all that shit. So they was partying, drinking, and they was basically gathered together to see me get destroyed by this AI. So when Prototype C came out, it's a nigga with a whole like Cyborg off of Teen Titans, a nigga that could talk with you. He just got a whole bunch of armor. You could tell that he took the Revelations 13 and 16, and he just confident. Body made of steel, but it was a Jake that could actually talk with you, laugh with you, and he was just so confident that he was about to destroy me in a dream. Because when I said, man, what the fuck the wait about, they said bring out Prototype C, and he came out. He was like 5'5", but he was strong as fuck. I remember his body was full of steel. So it got to a point to where everybody gathered around to see me get destroyed. And in a dream, we started fighting and stuff like that, and battling and stuff like that. And it got to a point like I felt like I couldn't win because no matter how many times I hit him, it was just steel. You know what I'm saying? So basically, man, I just kept my faith the whole time. Like, man, I can't, see my family destroyed or anything happen to my family or whatever the case may be. I got to protect them. That's what my mindset was. Like, by any means necessary, I got to protect them. And basically, by the end of the dream, I just started feeling more faith, more faith because I wasn't getting tired. I wasn't getting hurt no matter how many times he hit me. So I just felt the presence of the Lord. I felt the presence of the Lord in the dream, and I just know that I was going to win in the end, no matter what I went through. So it got to a point to where the AI was getting, he was feeling uncomfortable because no matter how many times he hit me, I always get back up. And no matter how many times, no matter how long we fight, I wasn't getting tired. So, long story short, man, I'm starting to discomfort the AI, and this is like a person. I remember trying to hit him in the back of his neck, and his neck was strong as fuck. He had a strong-ass neck, like steel. And it got to a point to where I started to win, and the same dude that told me, he was like, yeah, we seen on your lessons. He seen that I had a possibility of winning. So he came up to me, and I remember he had in his hand a 500 revolver. It was a gun called a 500 revolver. He was going to basically try to unalive me in a dream. And I looked, and as I seen him pulling out to put it to my head, because I had the AI in like a little hole, and I seen him pull it out, pull a 500 revolver out, a 500 Magnum revolver. And he pulled it out, he put it to my head, and I smiled. And I remember thinking in the dream, I don't give a fuck what happened to me. It is what it is. And I just started calling the name of the Lord real loud to where the party and the bullshit stopped. The party and the bullshit stopped, and everybody started to look at what was going on because I was louder than the music at this point, calling the name of the Lord back to back to back, smiling with a smile on my face. And them niggas was scared. So when he shot the gun, it ain't do nothing to me. I didn't feel it. I didn't even feel it in my dream. I'm still calling the name of the Lord as he trying to unalive me or whatever case may be in a dream. And like a glow started to come from my body, like a glow. It was like a bluish whitish light started to come from my body, and immediately all the other prototypes that they had lined up to try to fight me was destroyed. You know what I'm saying? All of them. They all was basically destroyed in the dream. And then that's when I remember crying, and all the people that was gathered together, all the co-workers that was gathered, that told me, yeah, we was paid to work with you, we was paid to befriend you, we was paid to get to know you, all that. The niggas was dropping their drinks out their hand. I remember. They were dropping their drinks out their hand, and niggas was scared. You know what I'm saying? Got to a point to where niggas ain't have smiles on their face no more. The music stopped, the DJ stopped playing the music, everybody looking scared as hell now. Because they know that, I was telling the truth and that the Lord was going to deliver us in times of trouble. You know what I'm saying? So at that moment, I kind of fell to my knees, and I didn't get up and try to, destroy everybody. I just knew that they was going to fall into the hands of the Lord. I remember crying in the dream, calling the name of the Lord, thanking the Lord, and then that's when I woke up. You know what I'm saying? But comment, I said all that to say this is the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 30, and it says, the mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. Right, and that's what we do on the street corner, man. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom. We show forth the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and try to seal our people, you know what I'm saying, and wake up the elect. You see what I'm saying? And it says, and his tongue talketh of judgment. We tell them, what's going to befall this land, the judgment that's coming upon the earth. We tell them what the Lord going to do to all the sinners of his people. How you say they're going to fall by the sword, famine, death and destruction, teeth of wild beasts, whatever the Lord got prepared for them. You see what I'm saying? So we telling them, trying to compel them to come in. You see what I'm saying? And it says, verse 31, the law of his power is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. So right, as long as we keep our mind on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, our steps are not going to slide. You see what I'm saying? Our steps ain't going to slide. We're gonna have a grip, basically. You see what I'm saying? We got a grip. Be able to walk that narrow path. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna slip, fall, and fall into the hands of the wicked, basically for transgression. And it says, verse 32, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him, right? Because in the dream, he was basically boasting. Yeah, we saw your lesson. We saw all your lessons. I heard you rebuke your sister that year. You know what I'm saying? I remember it all. So he was in the spirit of, yeah, we finally got your ass now. Now what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So he was boasting like I was gonna change up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't gonna stick to the plan. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I was basically gonna nut up and I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of that. You see what I'm saying? But it says, they watch the righteous and seek to slay him, all us on the red list, because we got the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You see what I'm saying? When it's all said and done with. And they seeking to slay all of us. Not just the prophets, but the average Jake, so they could fulfill their enterprise and fulfill their heart's desire. But the Lord gonna rain upon them while they're eating. And it says, verse 33, the Lord will not leave him in his hand nor condemn him when he is judged. So right when it's all said and done with, the Lord is not going to leave us in the hands of the wicked, but he going to cause them to create a snare, and he going to cause us to walk up in that snare, but we're not going to be taken. You see what I'm saying? He that diggeth the pit going to fall into that snare when it's all said and done with, man. And it says, the Lord will not condemn him, he will not leave him into his hand. Verse 34, and it says, verse 34, it says, wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. So, all right, we're going to basically see the words of the Lord flourish, and we're going to see the prophecies, you know what I'm saying? We're going to see the prophecies basically come forth and come to pass. You see what I'm saying? Meaning the utter destruction of the wicked and all our people that basically follow after them. You know what I'm saying? It says, wait on the Lord and keep his way. You got to keep his way. You see what I'm saying? Follow after follow the Lamb, follow after Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to the end. You see what I'm saying? Have their eyes open and have on a full armor. And it says, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Right? And that would spread himself across, this whole earth, having 800 military bases in other man's land and trying to control things, everywhere, trying to basically use the people for what they can use the people for. You see what I'm saying? Destroy the people, continually slay the nations. You see what I'm saying? Verse 36, yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yeah, I saw him, but he could not be found. Right, Isaiah 14 gonna come to pass. What is devil? We're gonna nearly look upon this devil. He ain't gonna be in power no more, to the point where we watch the prophecy of Obadiah come to pass in the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Even in the kingdom, we're gonna be watching prophecies come to pass. 1,000 years after the destruction of America, we're gonna be watching prophecies come to pass. You see what I'm saying? It said, yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yeah, I saw him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold, the upright, for the end of that man is peace. All right, man. Ultimately, the perfect man was Yahweh Shai. You see what I'm saying? And we look at Yahweh Shai for an example on how to walk. You see what I'm saying? So Yahweh Shai, he went through his affliction, but the end of him was peace, man. When it's all said and done with, and now we hoping to be like him. We hoping to be able, to the Lord, to be able to put the Spirit on us to go through our affliction and making it to the end. You see what I'm saying? So, so we get to find that peace as well. It says, for the end of that man is peace. But it says, verse 38, but the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength, and in the time of trouble. So right, when it's all said and done with, man, transgressors shall be destroyed, and the end of the wicked shall be cut off. It says, but the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. So right, the Lord is our strength in time of trouble, man, when it's all said and done with. And it says, the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him. So right when it's all said and done with, we trust in the Lord and we believe on the Lord in truth and sincerity. So therefore, our hands, our hands ain't gonna be faint, in that time. Our hands ain't gonna be faint, in the midst of trouble. We're gonna be fired up. You see what I'm saying? The Lord gonna have a whole different spirit on his man. We ain't gonna be like that lion that stooped down. You see what I'm saying? When it's all said and done with, we're gonna be mighty lions. And the spirit of power, Yahweh Shemel Shine, always in the spirit. You see what I'm saying? Always, ready to do the work of the Lord. But this is the book of Job, chapter 5, and verse 19. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, in the 7th there shall no evil touch thee. So, right, we're going to go through tribulation after tribulation after tribulation. I was thinking so much tribulation in the dream, a lot that I didn't speak on. You see what I'm saying? But the Lord was delivering me from crazy-ass Eves, crazy-ass Eve with a shotgun, crazy-ass people, buildings being buildings exploding right next to me. I'm just running past all this. You see what I'm saying? All this, man. So it got to a point to where the Lord led me to where, led me to where he wanted me to be. You see what I'm saying? It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, and in the 7th there shall no evil touch thee. And famine he shall deliver thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from the death, and in war from the power of the sword. So right, all hell breaking loose, and the Lord just delivering us from all these things. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's going to happen in times of trouble. It seems as if we taking L after L after L now, but in that day, we're going to be getting straight W's, man. All the way on the other side of the court, you just check the ball and you shoot that motherfucker, you get a 3, bat to bat to bat. That's what it's going to be like, and we ain't missing. You see what I'm saying? We ain't missing at all when it's all said and done with. We ain't going to lack, It says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. So right, when all these things come to pass, we're not going to be afraid because we understand who our power is. It says, verse 22, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. You see what I'm saying? And I remember it vividly in a dream. I wasn't scared. I was ready, because at the end of the day, the Lord gave me something to protect. And, in a dream, they thought that they could just do whatever they want to do with it. So when I pulled up, I remember not having fear at all. I say, what the fuck the wait about? You say you're going to do all this, then, nigga, let's do it. You see what I'm saying? That was my mindset. And dude say, bring out prototype C. I say, ooh. So that's when I got a little bit of fear in the dream. I look now, like, oh, shit, I ain't have my shoes on. I had to put my boots on. You see what I'm saying? I had to put my boots on to make sure that I was, standing sure, symbolizing I had to keep the whole arm on. Like, not having fear, not having doubt, just trusting in the name of the Lord when it's all said and done with. And verse 22, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. So, right, we ain't going to have to worry about the famine that our people got to go through, the power of the sword that our people got to go through, the destruction at noonday. You see what I'm saying? The teeth of wild beasts. We ain't going to have to worry about none of that. I'm walking through the wilderness. I'm walking through the woods peaceably. You see what I'm saying? Not worrying about, not looking back to see what's behind me. I walk up on a whole bunch of Bibles. I pick one up and pick a notepad up, and then I went on by my way. You see what I'm saying? It says, verse 24, and thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and that thou shalt visit thy habitation, and shalt not sin. Thou shalt know also that thy seed shall be great, and thy offspring as the grass of the earth. So right when it's all said and done with, man, even in the kingdom, when it's all said and done with, we're not going to have to worry about anything because we made the Lord our habitation. So when it's all said and done with, we're going to be like him. You see what I'm saying? But even leading up to that, on this side, the Lord said, his hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell. You see what I'm saying? When it's all said and done with. So really we ain't got nothing to worry about on this side. Only thing we really have to worry about, is our mind, to make sure, pray to the Lord to keep our mind at peace, so you won't be afflicting yourself, just afflicting yourself or letting your sins weigh you down, or just having doubt and fear and feeling as if the Lord ain't dealing with you. But this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 12, and verse 2. It says, "Behold, Yahweh is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For the Lord Yahweh is my strength and my song. He also has become my salvation." So, right, when it's all said and done with, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is our salvation. So we're going to trust in him and not be afraid when it's all said and done with. It says, verse 3, "Therefore with joy shall ye draw water out of the wells of salvation, and in that day shall ye say, Praise the Lord, call upon his name, declare his doings among the people, make mention that his name is exalted." Right, when he pulled up with the 500 revolver in a dream, I just started calling the name of the Lord, because I had the AI had both his hands behind his back. He wasn't strong enough to break it. I had my hands wrapped around his hands and around his neck, and I had my hands close together. You see what I'm saying? And he couldn't break it, no matter how strong he was. So when Jake saw that, the agent, he came up and he tried to, unalive me basically, but it didn't work. You see what I'm saying? I'm just calling on the name of the Lord, and by me even just sitting there calling on the name of the Lord, a aura started to radiate from my body, and all the prototypes that was lined up in line next was immediately destroyed. You see what I'm saying? And that's when the fear came upon all the people that was gathered together to see my fall. You see what I'm saying? And come, man. And that's what it's gonna be like in the midst of Jacob's trouble. When all our people are here basically exalted, thinking that they're exalted, thinking, joining hand in hand with the wicked, thinking that the wicked ain't gonna bring their ass in the bunker and put their ass straight into slavery. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what's going to happen to all these people that's joining hand in hand with these devils. If they even let them in the bunker, if they let them come to the bunker, it's going to be for servitude. No matter how rich and famous they is on this side, they gonna be Samboing. I don't know who Sambo was. I don't know if he was I don't know his act, so I ain't gonna say his name. But they gonna be cooking, being chefs and shit, making. He's all gonna be making their ass be servants, man, doing whatever they want to do to them. You see what I'm saying? But this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, and verse 14. It says, "Fear not thy worm, Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth, and thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff." So, right, the Lord's going to give certain men spiritual power, to protect themselves in that day. Having teeth, being able to protect themselves when it's all said and done with. It says, so like it, "Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in the Lord. It shall glory in the Holy One of Israel." So when it's all said and done with, man, nobody's going to be able to touch the men of the Lord or do anything to the men of the Lord when Yahweh Bashim shall lift that standard up. You see what I'm saying? "When the poor and needy seek water, as there is none, and their tongue faileth for thirst, I, the Lord, will hear them. I, the power of Israel, will not forsake them." So, that's what it is. The Lord ain't going to forsake us. He's going to hear us. He's going to come through for us just like he did when we was leaving out of Egypt. It says, "I will open rivers in high places and fountains in the midst of valleys. I will make the wilderness a pool of water, and the dry land springs of water." So, right. And that's what we waiting for, basically. The Lord said he going to make a way in the wilderness. And I believe I got that. Let's see. So I got it, but I'm just going in order. When it's all said and done, I'm gonna come across it. But yeah, man, the Lord's gonna make a way in the wilderness. He said he's gonna do a new thing in the earth, man. When it's all said and done with. So we command it, basically, to just trust in the Lord. That's all we can do in the midst of all hell breaking loose, man. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 60. And in verse 2, it says, Thou hast made the earth to tremble, thou hast broken it, heal the breaches thereof, for it shaketh. Thou hast showed thy people hard things, thou hast made us to drink the wine of astonishment. So right when it's all said and done with, man, the Lord is bringing a mighty judgment to the earth, via ICBM, thermonuclear destruction. The Lord have showed these things to the prophets and to his people. You see what I'm saying? So when it's all said and done with, man, we able to show forth the righteousness of the Lord and let our people know what it is and what it ain't. It says, Thou hast made us to drink the wine of astonishment. Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee, that it may be displayed because of the truth. So lost, all right. Even going to the dream, the Lord had given us a banner. You see what I'm saying? A mark, basically to be able to escape judgment. But that the main banner being that name, the name of Yahweh Shemi Shah, being able to call on the name of the Lord, and just knowing that you're going to be saved. You see what I'm saying? But, and I know that personally by a situation that happened to me, this weekend, probably talk about it in the next video or what the case may be. It says, but verse 4 again, Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee, that it may be displayed because of the truth. Salah. So right, not for us, but for the Lord's name's sake as well. And it says, that thy beloved may be delivered, save with thy right hand and hear thee. So right, man, the Lord is going to send, Yahweh Shai and everything, everything connected to Yahweh Shai, his right hand, Michael the archangel, and all the angels to basically protect us when that time comes. You see what I'm saying? So we're not going to be confounded. We're not going to be confused. And we understand, who our Redeemer is when it's all said and done with. And this is back at the book of Isaiah, chapter 43. Let's start at verse 15. Isaiah 43:15, it says, I am the Lord, your Holy One, the Creator of Israel, your King, right? Yahweh Shemi Shah. And it says, Thus saith the Lord, which make it a way in the sea and a path in the mighty waters, right? Because the Lord is going to make a way in the wilderness. It says, Thus saith the Lord, which maketh a way in the sea and a path in the mighty waters, which bringeth forth the chariot and the horse, and the army and the power. They shall lie down together, and thou shalt not rise. They are extinct. They are quenched as a tow. Right? Because, when we're led out of Egypt, the Lord had basically made a way in the sea, man. The Lord had basically brought down Pharaoh and his army. And the Lord is going to do the same thing. He's going to do a mighty work in this day as well. And it says, verse 18, Remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now shall it spring forth. Shall ye know, Salakia? Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. So right, when it's all said and done with, the Lord said he's going to make a way in the wilderness. He's going to do a new thing in the earth. So when all these things start to come to pass and you just escaping all of it, it's because of the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shah. You see what I'm saying? And that's why the Lord commanded us to, trust in him and not fear. We trust in him and not fear because we know that because he's going to help us. Like it says in Isaiah chapter 41. It says, Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. The beasts of the field shall honor me, the dragons and the owls, because I give water in the wilderness and rivers in the desert, to give drink to my people, my chosen. So right, the Lord's going to come through for his chosen, the elect of the nation of Israel. It says, This people have I formed for myself. they shall show forth my praise. So when it's all said and done with, the Lord have chosen us from the foundation of the earth. And He gonna and through us we're gonna exalt the name of Yahweh Hashem Shah to show forth His praise. You see what I'm saying? So everything He doing for us is for His name's sake, basically. Everything the Lord do for us is for His name's sake. So that's why He commanded us to not fear, but to trust in Him. Well, that's all said and done with. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 54 and verse 4. It says, "Fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed, neither be thou confounded, for thou shalt not be put to shame. For thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth, and shalt not remember the reproach of thy widowhood anymore." So, right, when we as bastards out here, and when these devils had us in complete servitude, we ain't gonna remember that no more. You see what I'm saying? Because the former things ain't gonna matter. You see what I'm saying? It says, verse 5, "For thy maker is thy husband, the Lord of hosts is his name, Yahweh Shem Shah, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel," right, Yahweh Shah, "the power of the whole earth shall he be called." So, right, that's the husband, man. He have likened the daughter of Israel to a comely, delicate woman when it's all said and done with, man. And what a husband do for his wife, he take care of her, he protect her, he make sure that she's straight. And that's how the Lord gonna do for us, the nation of Israel, the hopeful elect. Lord was a part of that number. Verse 6, "For the Lord hath called thee as a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit, and a wife of youth, when thou wast refused, saith thy power. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. And in little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith the Lord thy Redeemer." So, right, when it's all said and done with, the Lord is going to, everything that we had to drink that cup in a small measure, you see what I'm saying? But the affliction that we went through ain't going to be compared to, the mercies that the Lord going to give us, everlasting life with Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. So everything that we went through in America, it ain't going to be remembered when it's all said and done with. Only thing we're going to, be meditating on in that day is the simple fact that Yahweh saved us, and we have the laws, statutes, commandments in our inward parts, man. You see what I'm saying? So that for that small moment that the Lord calls us to drink of that cup, it ain't gonna come to mind on that day. We're gonna be singing the song of Moses when the Lord deliver us here. You can read about that in Exodus chapter 15. But it's the book of Psalms chapter 53 and verse 4. It says, "Have the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread?